Powell. Now it's 3rd and 22. These next two plays big for this Lumberton team. 11-1 on the season. Trying to reach to the regional final for the first time in program history.
Yeah, if you're Lumberton, you want to cut into this where it's not so tough of a 4th down. So you're looking to pick up at least half.
Just under 6 minutes. And Lumberton's going to call a timeout. It's their first. We'll take a timeout with them. 5:58 remaining. We got a good one. Don't go anywhere here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. Third and 22 for Lumberton. They need the Chapel Hill 36 for the first down. Powell back to pass. Pressure coming. Powell flushes. He's got someone on his back, and it's a fumble, and Chapel Hill's going to take over.
That's Day-Day Ross there on the recovery for the Bulldogs. That's a huge play.
Trevor Brooks came around the edge.
I don't think Powell ever saw him.
Never saw him, knocked it out, and Day-Day Ross came in to clean it up and get the ball. And Chapel Hill with a lot of momentum right here. 5:49 remaining with a 5-point lead.
And as you said earlier, Logan, I think Uncle Mo came and sat on Chapel Hill's side this half, as it's 28-6 right now in this half. It's a total turnaround. Coach Reardon, whatever he said to these guys at half is working.
Brisbane keeps it. Far side. Still on his feet. There's a penalty flag. It's going to come back for holding.
Oh. And a little extra throw. No flag there, but
that's going to be a holding call. Chapel Hill will be back. It'll come back this way for Chapel Hill. So that will bring Chapel Hill back. 5:39 remaining in the ball game. I think they called that on Dylan Drummond. So I'll back him up. Bring up 1st and 20 now. And we're going to try that again. 1st and 20. Ball at the Chapel Hill 48. End around. McGregor.
Oh, he's got sealed
He's
off
got
in.
a little bit of a block, and that is a great defensive effort on the far side. What a play by the Lumberton defense.
Yeah, I thought he had him sealed off, Logan, but Lumberton did a great job of getting over there.
Yeah, that safety came down and was able to make the tackle. What a play there. That's Carson Ray coming, and he might have been all the way on this side of the field and made that tackle. What a play there by Ray. We're now at 5 minutes remaining. 2nd and 18. Brisbane with the keeper. Brisbane trying to cut it upfield. He's got it. He's got some space. And that's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down. So it'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And that clock continues to run here as we get down under 4.5 to go. And Chapel Hill's got plenty of time.
They're going to huddle it up. We'll see that kind of jumbo package again. 3rd and 2. And Chapel Hill's going to call a timeout. He's not happy about something.
Yeah, Coach Reardon didn't like something he saw, so it's a big play right here.
I think that maybe there wasn't a player in. I think Kendall Allen was supposed to be in. And, of course, Kendall Allen's a starting defensive lineman. I think he was taking a breather maybe.
Yeah, he doesn't usually go in. He only goes in on that big package formation there. And that time was interesting, too. You know, earlier in the game you had Stewart taking the snap. He got that one run that we thought was going to be a score. He tripped. Then the one went over his head. But since that happened, you've had Brisbane in at quarterback on the big package look.
4:16 remaining in the ballgame. Chapel Hill with a 5-point lead. They've outscored Lumberton 28-6 here in the second half. Anybody who turned off the game at halftime when Lumberton led 17-0.
Shame on you.
Are missing out on a good one as it is 3rd and 2. Chapel Hill quickly to the line. Brisbane keeper's got a wide open lane and it's a first down. He's still going. First down across the 20-yard line. And his helmet came off again and going to have to come off again. All right, so we're going to get a substitution here.
A few subs are going to bring in the regular group here.
Take off the jumbo package. Brisbane's going to take a snap off. But the last time this happened, it was a 27-yard touchdown run from Deuce McGregor. So
yeah, right now you've got Stewart and McGregor in the backfield. I would imagine that one of those two is going to get the carry here.
Be under 4 minutes remaining. Chapel Hill in no hurry. Lumberton still does have 2 timeouts, so they're trying to hold Chapel Hill here as it's 1st and 10. Snap is high. McGregor trying to find some space and is taken down at the 32-yard line. And this is kind of what happens with this rain. And again, if you can't see it on your screen, it has not stopped raining since kickoff.
Yeah, and you've got to understand you got to Deuce McGregor, who's not playing quarterback very much, so he's not used to taking snaps. You know, he does in practice, I'm sure, not in these conditions, not in this important of a game. So all those factors. And then, again, Lumberton hangs on to those timeouts. Clock's ticking. Is going to go down under 3 minutes on this snap.
It's 2nd and 24. Brisbane rolls out. Finds a little bit of crease. Tries to reverse field. He's got some space. Brisbane still on his feet and is stood up and taken down at the 25. And it looks like Lumberton's going to take their second timeout of the half, and they will. We'll take a quick timeout with them. 2:45 remaining. It's going to be a big 3rd down. Chapel Hill leads 28-23 here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. 3rd and 17 for Chapel Hill. 2:45 remaining in the game. They have a 5-point lead.
Free play, looks like.
They didn't throw a flag.
Oh, he caught it!
It's Javen Mayfield with the catch at the 1-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
They did not throw a flag.
I think everybody was expecting a flag, even the defense maybe, Logan.
Defense was expecting, everyone was expecting a flag there, and no flag on anything was thrown. And it's 2:37, and Chapel Hill's knocking on the door. They bring the jumbo package back out.
So they're going to run this clock down, and the touchdown here would make it difficult.
First and goal. Brisbane up the middle, powers forward for a Chapel Hill touchdown. One-yard touchdown run. It's Brisbane's second rushing touchdown of the game. And Chapel Hill trying to make this a 12-point game.
The first half was a long time ago.
Absolutely. This has been a complete 180 of a game. Campos, PAT, good. With 2:18 remaining, it's Lumberton 23, Chapel Hill 35. You're watching Texas High School football here on Dave Campbell's Texan Live. .218 remaining. Chapel Hill with a 12-point lead, outscoring Lumberton 35-6 in the second half. Aiden Campos going to kick this one deep. Rolls all the way down to about the 12, and that's picked up by Fusilier, and he just slides down.
So now if you're Lumberton, you got to get 2 scores. You got 1 timeout. So we got a flag? I didn't see one.
No, I don't think there was a flag. I think there was a substitution for Chapel Hill that
okay,
coaches didn't like. First and 10, Lumberton. This is a quick strike, pass first offense. This is not unstoppable. Powell, across the middle, catch. Down, right at the first down marker. Cole Rhodes.
A little short of the first there. And the marking was just short.
2nd and 1. Another quick pass. That one skipped.
Yeah.
Incomplete. Stop the clock at 1:54.
Trey Kirsch was intended there. Just kind of didn't even have a chance at it.
Third and 1. Lumberton trying to find something here in the second half. It's Ward up the middle. He gets the first down.
Yeah, just got them what they needed. Going to stop the clock.
And there's going to be an injury timeout and a penalty flag.
Uh-oh.
We'll take a break. 15-yard penalty, personal foul on Chapel Hill on sportsmanlike conduct. So move Lumberton up 15 yards. Powell looking left, throwing it downfield, has a man, and it's incomplete. And they're going to call the penalty, pass interference. And we'll see.
I think that was uncatchable.
Yeah, from this vantage point, it seemed like it was uncatchable.
We'll see.
We'll see if they pick up the flag or not.
Talking about it. It was about 5 or 7 yards over the receiver's head.
Show the replay on the scoreboard here at Randall Reed.
See what they
we'll see that there's a referee with the ball down here, but I guess he's going to mark off the 15.
Yeah, he marked it off.
Yeah, they're going to call this pass interference.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, so 30 yards right there for this Lumberton team. They didn't have to take a timeout, barely took any time off the clock. And they now have the ball at the Chapel Hill 34. 1st and 10. 1:42 remaining in the ball game. Chapel Hill with a 12-point lead. Powell back to pass. Pressure coming. Powell's got to escape the pocket. He's trying to turn around, and he's taken down by Dakota Bonner at the 40-yard line.
What a pressure there by Dakota Bonner. Got an injured Chapel Hill player there.
Yeah, there's an injured Chapel Hill player. We'll take a timeout. Injured player Corey Johnson for Chapel Hill, able to walk off on his own power, but it looks like an arm injury. We'll see what that is, as it's 2nd 16. Powell throwing it downfield and incomplete.
Yeah, Deuce McGregor there on the coverage for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 16. 1:19 remaining, and Lumberton's got to find something. I think that a lot of this, it's this offensive line for Lumberton, who did a phenomenal job in the first half. The second half, Chapel Hill's defensive front has been able to get after the quarterback a little bit, and I think that's been one of the keys here in the second half. Powell looking left, throwing it incomplete over the head of his intended receiver and almost into the arms of the waiting Dylan Johnson, but it's incomplete. Brings up 4th and 16.
Well, here's your ball game right here for Lumberton. They've got to come up with something here to continue this drive, or his game is going to be over.
4th and 16. It's a big one here. The rain still coming down. Powell had the hard count, changing up the play here. Powell in the gun, looking left, trying to find his man. He's taken down at the 44-yard line. It's Kendall Allen with a huge sack and a turnover on downs for Chapel Hill.
What a turnaround this second half. This D-line and front seven of the Bulldogs. The Blue Storm defense get my MVP for this second half. They have held Lumberton out of the end zone completely and allowed the offense of Chapel Hill to get momentum and get moving.
And we have 1:07 remaining in the ball game. Chapel Hill up 2 scores with the ball.
So Chapel Hill looks to move on to the next round and face the familiar foe.
And Chapel Hill is going to go in victory formation for the kneel downs here. It was 35-6 in the second half. Chapel Hill outscored Lumberton. Lumberton led this game 17-0 at halftime.
Dominated the first half.
Complete dominance for Lumberton. And for Chapel Hill, they're going to go on to meet district foe Kilgore, this time in a regional final. It was last year in the regional semifinals that Kilgore and Chapel Hill met.
If it's anything like last year, Logan, we're in for a classic.
And Chapel Hill with an enormous comeback. Outscored Lumberton 35-6 in the second half. And the Bulldogs move on to the regional final. Wow. What a game. And if you're Lumberton, it's the furthest that we've gotten in program history. A team that was 11 in their season, 11-2. And Chapel Hill will move on to the 4th round of the playoffs. It was Lumberton. They 17-0 at the end of the first half. It was complete dominance from the Raiders. And in the halftime locker room, Chapel Hill came out a different team. And it was the rushing attack. Chapel Hill, all 5 touchdowns on the ground. And they move on to the regional final.
Yeah, it's an incredible game tonight, Logan. Again, I hope everyone stayed with us. Those that turned it off, they missed a great second half effort by Chapel Hill. And we talked about it. Everything was going Lumberton's way. They were moving the ball. They were getting what they wanted. Chapel Hill just had bad breaks, couldn't get the offense moving. And I'll give it to Coach Reed and his staff. Whatever they said to those guys at halftime, it worked because they came out a completely different team. Just a completely different team. I don't know if they the replacement players played the first half or what. It was just one of those. They just came out and they played like they have been playing on these last, what are we looking at, 11 in a row wins now? So, shout out to the Bulldogs. They didn't quit. They could have packed their bags, their wet gear, and gone home, but they didn't. And now they get to play a little closer next week to home.
It's going to be Kilgore and Chapel Hill next week, and we are assuming this will be right back at Trinity Mother Frances Rose Stadium. Chapel Hill wins an improbable win. It's 35-23. We'll be back next week, Chapel Hill and Kilgore, here on Dave Campbell's Texas Live. I do too.
They're going to put it back.
Yeah, I think they are. He's just holding it.
Those are almost.
He was like this earlier, so I think that might have.
Those are almost the best kind to have because
It's going to be sore.
really different presentation.
This is there.
Yes, all that stays. Only thing is my headset. This is their adapter. This is not theirs. You don't have Dude. Hey, I had to switch to this. I streamed off my Verizon hotspot on that phone. I mean, I can't. It's just like they just dropped it. All of a sudden, I'm in the middle of the third quarter. So, and then this one dropped too, so I dropped the whole thing. I got my radio back up.
We're here at Randall Reed Stadium. Wish you safe travel and travel to your respective homes.
They probably did something. Almost a minute. Man, the field goal was pretty up.
That one,
At the end.
well, the way it
This
ended, but also just like the rival, like just the district.
This
like,
one
stuff.
was just like the tail of two halves.
I think that this one is good for us. You know, like, I'm glad that we had that game.
Yeah. And it shows that now we know we get down. The offense. Just the beast. I mean, honestly though, do you think how bad this could have been? Richie Stewart doesn't trip on the 7-yard
Yeah.
line. This could have been a different game. But I'm glad they didn't quit. Yes, baby girl. Well,
I'll be there next week.
all right.
I'll be there. I'm assuming we're.
I would.
I would.
I mean, I would imagine.
I hope not.
Yes. Well, we keep going. Nobody. 18 left. Y'all be here.